Hello, we are back again playing the Sexy Brutale. Last time we investigated the mansion's basement where things took a turn for the surreal. We had to solve a number of puzzles in order to open a door, and once we stepped through it, we were in for a big surprise. We were again confronted by the Gold Skull, the dastardly mastermind behind all of the murders. He's keeping what appears to be an old man trapped in a tank and claims that he is the battery for all of the strange goings-on in the mansion. It wasn't confirmed, but it's not too much of a leap to presume that this old man is the Marquis himself. Things weren't looking good for us, and it looked like the Gold Skull was about to finish us off, but fortunately the bloody girl was able to buy us some time and allow us to escape. She gave us a ring, which presumably is the key for what we need to do next. Alright, well... Holy shit! So... yeah, what the actual shit? Was that the Marquis in the tank? Alright, well, we've got this sapphire tier ring, but I'm not entirely sure where we need to go with it and what we need to do. So I think let's just go and investigate some areas that we haven't really thoroughly explored. Do you know what I think I would like to do? Well, we need to figure out a way to get up onto these walkways somehow. But also what I'd like to do is try and get back into the gardens again and have a look around. Where is that? Here. Yeah, because we only got up to where that house was and we couldn't get in. So I don't know if we can now somehow. But I want to go and have a look. This way? Sweet. Alright, let's head out into the garden. Yeah. It's always very satisfying. Right, come on. Oops. Yeah, it's a little troublesome with the loading there. Oh, cool, we can do a memory thing. Come on. There we go. This room, you remember. Yeah, I need to remember to keep an eye out for that prompt appearing. The water from the fountain is more soothing than you could have imagined. Well, I said that before. What did I remember? There's no real path, it's just one tiny house. The door's marked with a teardrop. That was it. Yeah, I think this is the place. Let's try it. The door is reacting to the Marquis' signet ring. Alright. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, so that was the entrance that we couldn't get through at the beginning. Uh-oh. Where do we go? Can I go through that door? If only we were here earlier. Oh, I'm too late. Shit. Oh god. Should I activate this clock? This is probably a terrible idea. Oh, God. Alright, let's go back. Okay, yep, building is still on fire. Oh my God. Right, run. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I can still get through here. Come on. And back out through here, apparently. Oh my God, everything's on fire. Alright, what? What the hell is going on? I'm just gonna head round and round in circles. This is very strange. I'm just gonna go back to where I started. What the hell? Lafcadio. It's been such a long time. Would you talk to Lucas? Something seems to be troubling him. He's always looked up to you, you know. I know he teases you dreadfully about your lifestyle. But he respects you enormously. More than anyone else I know. I believe he's always wanted to be more like you. Perhaps when he's a little older. Or more mature, I should say. Oh, you have our ring. Can I see? Is this Eleanor? I remember you presenting it to us when you married us. Ruby heart ring, okay. You must take it. Lucas will be missing it, I'm sure. Tell him I just needed a rest. This little guy is heavy. I hope he won't be mad that I'm missing the party. I know he loves the mansion, but this is all we've ever really needed. This right here. This is our perfect little world. Please, tell him I will wait for him, won't you? I'll be right here, whenever he's ready. That was Eleanor, the Marquis' wife. She is always here, safe in this place. You've seen some of the truth now. The mansion was on fire. We, the guests, died. It should have ended there. But that creature in the golden mask, somehow he brought them all back, torturing us over and over. I try to help them. Try to find some peace in all this pain. He is so, so strong. But with that ring, I believe you can stop him. There is a secret place. Sixpence was so close. Take that ring to the room where Aurum died. It will unlock the path. Eleanor left her mask for you. Take it. Eleanor's Mirror Walk. Eleanor was the life and soul that connected the people and places in the Sexy Brutale. Her mask allows you to travel by stepping into the mirrors placed throughout the mansion. You can now walk through any mirror in the Sexy Brutale. The movements of all staff and guests have also been revealed to you on the map. Excellent. Cool, that's going to be very handy, although I can't really remember where all the mirrors were. She always tried so hard to see the best in people. But it's what you see that will matter. Now, look into the mirror. Okay. He's turned younger?
I've never seen inside that place, you know. I'm not sure whether to rage impotently or just be quietly glad. Anyway, I've watched you, Lafcadio. Your arrival was somewhat unexpected. All these years you've done your dutiful loop, dying along with sixpence in the chapel. Then all of a sudden, one day, you're running around ruining everything. It took me a little while to figure out. And then, of course, I knew that bloodied creature had to be involved. I'm sure she's spun all the tales about me and what's happening here. I'm sure they've left out some rather important information. I will be utterly candid with you now, Boone. I could end this right now. I could end you. I have the power. Perhaps she is right, and I am a monster. But we might all be monsters here. I want you to see, to understand. Come with me. Now, the first question is, am I really a murderer? And to that, the answer is most assuredly yes. You see this man here, dear Reginald. I killed him, stone dead. It wasn't my finger that pulled the trigger, but it was my command. Family as well, you know.
The staff member looks grimly dispassionate. He is doing his job without malice or pleasure. Sixpence is frozen perfectly in time. His face shows disbelief and agony. Oh, there's Clay.
Ah, the heart of the casino. Our dear friend Clay. In this scenario, I had him die from a shot of venom from the same spider which would go on to devour his precious wife. He did like a drink, Clay, but never when he was working, you know.
The poison has burned the flesh around Clay's mouth down to the bone. It was a horrific way to die. Oh.
So fitting. She was so beautiful, Trinity. The moth by moonlight. It was what Clay called her. She loved that name. A moth. So I thought it very fitting for her to be eaten by my giant spider. I never had one, you know. I'm sure nothing could possibly grow that big. But by gods, I wish they did. I would have kept it in a room just like this one.
You cannot imagine the terror she must have felt, bound in thread and waiting for the end. A creature from a nightmare. Tequila's body is covered in deep cuts.
This one was rather fantastical. When we found that fish, I did so want to believe the stories. A voodoo fish. I rather suspect it was just a guppy with some particularly bright colors. The man who sold it to me must have thought I was the most gullible person under the sun. But I wasn't paying for the fish. I was paying for the story. Eleanor called me a fool, but she did love to watch him in this tank. Best fortune I ever spent. I'd like to say that Willow would never have hanged herself. But then a long time ago, I stopped even trying to pretend I could understand what another person might do.
Willow's face is contorted in agony. At one point, you thought this creature held the answers, but he is just a fiction, a boogeyman.
Miss Tequila Bell. What a voice. She was a living work of art. I murdered her with the notes of a song, and then had my staff throw her body down a garbage chute.
The staff member appears to be taking a certain amount of pride in the carnage he has created. Tequila, bleeding to death from deep lacerations all across her body.
Grayson, Red. It really wasn't a party until those two got here. Grayson really is such a complete scoundrel, but my God, he's fun. Or he was, at least. Red really would have done anything for him. I'm almost certain that it would be so much more painful if Grayson had gone second and Red had to watch him die first. Yes, perhaps I'll change this one.
What kind of maniac imagines torturing a man in this way? He gave his own life to try to save Grayson.
Orem. I smelted him down in a furnace like a big gold bar. My mansion had many strange and wonderful creations, but a lift that doubled as an incinerator, that would have been something. I like to think that if Orem were able to choose how he went, then perhaps he would have chosen something like this. Though, in a way, he almost did.
There is a small hope that his heart gave out before he burned to death. Fire blasts from the furnace. Oh. Oh yeah, I can go out this door.
Thanos, what a mind to waste. It wasn't just this mansion that he built, you know. There are similar works of architectural genius all over the country. He was a grouchy and often tiresome old man, but that mind was like a cracked diamond. At least his works will live on. Well, Boone, you have heard my confession. As I said, I am a murderer. This is not a brag or a boast. I am not good or clever for it. I am sinful and gross. I have killed everyone in this mansion. But there is one person who didn't die.
Thanos' body is charred to a crisp. The furnace cooked him through. Ugh. This beautiful golden elevator is the connection between the horror upstairs and the madness down here.
One man who survived the events of the day here, who woke up in a broken body with a broken mind. They put a mask on his face and a machine forced him to breathe until he was fit to stand.
If what the man in the gold mask says is true, then the mask is a breathing aid? Who are the staff here?
A man who served his time, but that time could never be enough.
Whoever was in this cell, they must have been here for years upon years for a tree to grow this large.
A man who lived when all the others did not. I would like you to meet that man, Boone. I would like you to meet him and then decide if this day should end.
The crypt is marked Lucas. It is empty. The crypt is marked Eleanor. You know somehow that the grave is real. She is here.
The answer will be behind these doors. Come and find me there. She and I will be waiting for you.